Greetings, everybody out there. Owen Batista reporting on behalf of Judgment Gaming for the first time. As you saw in the video with Justice, he proposed a friendly competition, so we're going to go ahead and challenge him as a race to legend. So right now I'm sitting here at 16. I already got some work in earlier this week. I'm going to be playing a little bit of an outdated list of Water Rogue, which has been pretty popular in some tournaments, and also is just a deck that I kind of like a lot. So we're going to go ahead and get some in and see if we can't beat him to legend. So having the coin is helpful against Shaman in general, or just as a rogue in general, having the coin is helpful. I don't like having all of these reactive cards in my hand, though. So I think I can do a little bit better and maybe get a slightly more proactive hand. I'm going to keep SI just because I can coin it out in two. So the Water Rogue deck, if you're not really familiar with it, is a bit like a mid-range rogue deck, with what they call the Murloc package, using Finja to kind of have a mid-game power spike, and this deck also features the Curator as a means to refill your hand later in the game. As far as the general strategy goes, it's really more of an aggressive deck than a mid-range. My particular list does feature copies of Cold Blood for the explicit purpose of smorking the face, which is always appreciated. God, it feels like such a waste of removal here, but I'm going to go ahead and backstab coin SI this thing. He is going to be overloaded for 1 coin next turn, which puts him at 2 mana. He can Lightning Bolt it, but I don't foresee him being able to remove it and develop a minion the same turn unless he has Tunnel Trog and Lightning Bolt exactly. Again, it's an aggressive deck, so I'm really trying to push. Okay, so at least he doesn't have Tunnel Trog, which is good news for me. I'm probably going to lead out with this Murloc War Leader here. Ooh, that's a good option, actually. But I think I'm going to Murloc War Leader anyways, with the intention of being able to Bluegill plus Hero Power next turn to go and push as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, I am kind of spending a bit of resources fighting for the board here. It's kind of inevitable, but I am aware that the longer that this game goes, assuming that he's a Jade Shaman, which most Shamans are nowadays, the longer the game goes, the more favored my opponent is going to be to actually win the game. Felled Spirits is not great. I don't really have a clean way to answer any of that. Well, I have a clean way, but it's not a way that I like. What's going to end up happening is I'm going to end up going face there and then trading off my 4-2 for the 2-3. Not really happy about it, but at least I can, I can poke him in the face for 1. Unfortunately, this means I'm really weak to Maelstrom Portal this turn. Not particularly happy about that situation. Yeah. And that's a card that makes sense for his hand to be. 1-2, not too threatening, though. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to develop Finja and ship the turn. I want to keep the weapon open. I do have Naga Corsair in the deck, so it is valuable to have a weapon open even at least at 1 charge, just in case I can't squeeze the extra 2 mana in to get the full value. Let's go ahead and swashbuckle here and see what I get. Oh, and of course I run patches, I forgot. I mean, I didn't really forget, but it is a thing. I'm going to go ahead and throw down this Dark Iron guy. And what this is going to let me do is it's going to let me trigger Finja this turn. I'm going to be able to... I'm not really wild about taking all that damage to the face, but I'm going to do it anyways. And this is going to let me attack and clear it, activating Finja's ability. Interesting about his ability is that he doesn't have to live in order to actually get the value. So here it's going to let me push face for an additional 5 points of damage. He very well might have Lightning Storm, and this is a very Lightning Stormable board, which kind of sucks, but... Alright, not Spell Power. So there's a chance some of this lives through a Lightning Storm. I just need him to roll low on the Murloc. There we go. Okay, so this will work out pretty well okay for me. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and Azure Drake first, see what I get. Like a Corsair. I'm going to go ahead and use this Ancestral Spirit now. I could save it for the Van Cleef, but I think being able to get that free trade-off on the Tunnel Trog is just too valuable. And these Azure Drakes should do quite a bit of work, hopefully, in allowing me to, kind of carry some card advantage through the mid-game. It's really no wonder this card is so ubiquitous. It's just a really powerful effect to be able to get a 4/4 and a card draw. Okay. I think this might be a good turn to go for a moderately sized Van Cleef. Man, if Spirit Claws cost 1 mana, it would have been perfect. But it doesn't. Although I do have the option now of going Azure Drake plus Claw, which gives me the... Or I could go Night Corsair plus Claw. I think I like Azure Drake plus Claw. I'm just going to push phase here. I'm not... Well, I'm not terribly concerned about the 1/1 here. He's probably going to send the 1/1 into the 3/1, which is a good trade for him, but I'm content to just kind of continue to push damage here. It's not super easy for Shaman to clear 4 health minions. The main way they could do that is through either a Jade Lightning or through a Lightning Storm with a Spell Power totem. That's an interesting card. I haven't seen too many Thunder Bluffs lately. Still really powerful Snowball effect, though, so I do have to respect it here and clear it. Luckily, I drew a very clean way to do that with combination of Naga Corsair plus this Argent Horse Rider here. So I'm going to be able to clear that here and take a little bit of damage, but that's going to be okay. And do I clear this 2/2? If I do, it makes my board a little bit weaker to AoE. Oh, he just concedes. Okay, well played. Alright, and we hit rank 15. Fantastic. Alright, I'm going to continue to grind up the ladder here, but I will have to catch you guys next time here at Judgment Gaming. Again, this is Owen Batista reporting in, and good luck on your ladder climb yourself.